Greetings everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Starco Gaming and today we are talking Marvel Future Fight. The update 4.0 was released about a week and a half ago, and today we are finally given our actual uniform ranking. So we got 10 uniform, so basically we got 10 rank, obviously. So we're gonna start with the shittiest uniform in my opinion. It's not, it's not a literal ranking, guys. It's what I think of those uniforms personally. Some people are not going to think the same thing than me, and that is just fine. Let's keep the conversation civil and just use the comment section below the video to share our opinion. So on position number 10, guys, we have, hold on, I'm trying to move my mouse over here. We have Groot uniform. Actually, the only uniform I did not get. Why that? It's just not interesting. A little bit of increase of recovery rate, more defense, a total revamp of his abilities, and with a huge loss of team abilities, team healing and all that stuff. I just don't feel like this uniform is really good compared to the other uniform. Yes, his damage output went up really much, but his usefulness is not as good as it was, and it doesn't make him a very OP characters like most of the other uniforms. So that is my number 10. Now we go number 9. We have Spider-Man uniform. Don't get me wrong, guys. Sorry, don't get me wrong, this uniform is very strong. His damage output with this uniform is very huge, but he loses a lot of survivability, and since there's no real use for damage output for Spider-Man, since with his oncoming uniform he can already do everything in Shadowland, story mode, whatever PvE mode you want to use him, and the uniform is not going to make him more useful in Alliance Battle Extreme. So the big thing that I don't like with changing from Homecoming to this uniform is the fact that in PvP he has a lot less useness with that uniform, a lot less CC. He can actually get caught much easier between each skill by a punch or something. It's just this uniform, for the nature of Spider-Man, in my opinion, is not as good as the Homecoming uniform. It's probably the only uniform that is actually a downgrade in my opinion, but still his damage output is going to be stronger than Groot, so I rank him above Groot. Now if we move to the uniform and rank number 8, we have Proxima Midnight. A lot of people are gonna say Proxima, that uniform is like a beast. I do agree, that uniform make her a beast, but again, damage dealer beast. I tried to use her in Wallboss Ultimate with team of Thanos and Corvus Glaive, and compared to Thanos and Corvus Glaive, our survivability is still total crap with this uniform. Yes, pretty much all the skills as iframe depending on your placement, but you still have gaps between those iframes. So for example, you jump on a target and you want to switch to another ability. Well, if you don't switch fast enough, if you don't cancel the ability, you are going to die from taking hits or standing and stuff. While some other uniform, for example again Thanos or Corvus Glaive, you're not going to have that issue. Yes, the damage output go up crazy, but because the survivability issue that was always Proxima issue, I do have to rank that uniform number 8, and well, I still recommend getting that uniform. That uniform is awesome. The damage output, like I said, is just fucking crazy, but since the fact that you have to cancel each ability with the following ability in the rotation just make this uniform not appealing to me. That is just my personal feeling, guys, and like I said, it's not literal, it's not everybody's opinion. Now if we go with uniform number 7, at number 7, guys, I got Thor. We could have probably put Thor at number 8 too. Proxima and Thor can actually switch places, but the reason why I put Thor number 7 instead of number 8 is survival wise. Well, first, let's be honest, his damage output went up crazy. For example, with myself in Alliance Battle Extreme, my Thor went from about 180 to 200,000 points to over 350,000 points. So the damage output increase is fucking huge. So that is a plus. Plus his survivability. Now he gets 5 seconds immune to all damage or invincible, whatever it is, and he gets guards hits from invincible from his 5th skills, guards from his 3rd skills. So that's give him so much more survivability. Now he can easily handle Wall Boss Ultimate Proxima just by himself if you play him properly. So this uniform is a huge boost for him. But since his Ragnarok uniform was not long ago and still a very strong uniform, I did not rank that uniform that high because that yes, damage output difference is huge. Yes, the survivability switch is good, but it's just not enough to actually put that uniform just higher rank. You know, there's not enough in that uniform, in my opinion. Thor is supposed to be a god. Thor should be becoming the best universal hero in the game for Alliance Battle Extreme with this uniform, which did not happen. So, you know, it's not what we expected with the uniform we will get for him in Infinity War. Now, if we move to number 6. Number 6, we have Iron Man. Iron Man uniform is a huge fucking boost, to be honest. It's a huge mega boost even. His damage output went up like crazy. It is ridiculous, guys. It is fucking ridiculous. But his survivability is still an issue in some game mode. And note here, I said some game mode. If you play him manually, survivability is going to be awesome in PvP and it's going to be awesome in Shadowland. But if you play him on autoplay, survivability is not going to be that great in PvP. And he's still not up there for Alliance Battle Extreme, which is obvious. We still have Cable up there. There's just no overall use for that uniform, but since his damage output went up that much, you know, from about 150,000 points in Alliance Battle Extreme to over 600,000 points, we just cannot put that uniform in the bottom 7 to 10. We have to put that uniform over Thor, over Proxima, over Groot, over Spider-Man, because that uniform is one of the biggest upgrade in the Infinity War uniform, in my opinion. Yes, it could use a little bit more survivability, that will be sweet, but he still have a shield that regenerates itself along the way of the combat. That's always there, which is very good. Plus he has iframe, he has semi-iframes, you know, the whole package. So I really love his skill setup, I really love his damage output. Personally, I like his survivability, but I think he could use a tweak or two. You know, just a guard hit add to one of his skills will actually make him top 5 for sure for Infinity War uniform. Now, if we go number 5 was actually really hard to pick, to be honest, guys. We have Winter Soldier left, we have Black Widow, we have Captain America, we have Thanos, and we have Corvus. And sadly, I could put them all to number 1s, but I have to decide. So in number 5th position we have Captain America. Captain America with his previous uniform was already pretty strong. His new uniform gave him even more, but Captain America's biggest boost in this update is actually his tier 3 advancement. So his uniform, yes, makes him much stronger, but it's not as good as his tier 3 advancement. So we don't have to put that uniform higher than number 5, in my opinion. We get more iframe. Survivability is about the same as the previous uniform. You know, we have the immune to all damage on the first skills, we have the 100% chance for immunity to all damage, that happen every 20 seconds or so, and we just had more iframe. I do believe we have more iframe, and that's pretty much it. His damage output much stronger than its previous uniform, but the biggest damage output increase for Captain America is basically his tier 3 advancement. So we don't really compare this uniform yet, since we haven't seen the difference at tier 3 from a different uniform, in my opinion, but still an amazing uniform. The look of it is just badass. Damage output increase, survivability yeah, a little bit increased because more iframe, so this uniform has to go number 5 for me. Next, position number 4, we have Black Widow uniform. A lot of people are underrating that uniform. That uniform is fucking badass. It makes Black Widow so much stronger. At level 70, guys, with gear level 20 and not that much of a boost, I was able to take her to around 400,000 points in Alliance Battle Extreme. If you compare it to the fact that she was barely doing 100,000 points before, it's a huge upgrade. Plus the look is just fucking awesome to me. She gains a lot of points just by the look of it. I love the look. I love how they didn't try to make her look like the movie part of her character, that they really, you know, you don't see Scarlett Johansson in it, and I love it. I freaking love it. Survivability is awesome. She got a stun lock with the third ability. Her iframe is still the same as freaking awesome. Her first skill, now instead of just putting lightning damage a dot on one target, it will actually chain the target. So that is a huge boost in AoE damage output too. So everything with this uniform just makes her stronger, in my opinion. So I put that uniform on number 4. I could put that uniform number 1 easily, but I held myself a little bit because we have something stronger coming for number 1, obviously. Now if we go number 3, I have to put Thanos uniform. It's really hard to pick between Thanos, Winter Soldier, and Corvus as in the final 3 spots, guys. It is very hard because all the uniforms are so fucking strong, to be honest. Now if we look at the Thanos uniform, there was a lot of complaint that it sucks in PvP with it. Well, this is not true. Well, obviously if you let auto AI play to do your PvP, most uniforms are going to be terrible in PvP because it is not a game mode that is made to be played on manual play. I'm talking about timeline, battle wall, that kind of gameplay. So you really, if you are planning to play on autoplay and not use him in PvE mode like Alliance Battle Extreme, yes, this uniform might not be for you. But again, if the AI decide to use its 5th skills and to use it properly, it will one-shot anybody except if somebody has invincibility on manual play. So this 5th skills is like so much a boost upgrade. There's the fact that it's not avoidable at all. That is given such an advantage in PvE. I got my Thanos to level 70, guys, with gear at level 20, with the CTP of energy 100%, 180% pros. And I tried them on no restriction day yesterday, and I was able to pull over 900,000 points with him. Basically, if I had his gear at level 25, I could actually outscore my cable with my current cards, guys. So that is how strong this uniform is. But because of the fact that this uniform is pretty much going to be pointless for Alliance tournament and not strong for the big meta team in Alliance Conquest, I have to hold myself and put that uniform in 3rd position instead of 1st position. Now if we go with the next uniform, it is going to be Corvus Glaive, obviously. Corvus Glaive, amazing uniform, such a boost in survivability, such a boost in damage output. If you guys saw my video on Alliance Battle Extreme, I don't remember exactly how much I was able to score on Universal Villain Day, but at level 70, gear 20 with a CTP of energy, it was around 600,000 points. So yes, it is not Anti-Man, yes, it is not as good as Thanos, but for free-to-play players that can invest the mats in ranking Anti-Man to tier 2 or ranking Thanos to up, because Thanos is very expensive. Corvus Glaive is the new free-to-play friendly character for Alliance Battle Extreme. You get his uniform, 1050 crystal on sale, and you can just fuck shit up in Alliance Battle Extreme with him. He handles Wall Boss Ultimate Proxima really easily, up to at least floor stage 15 that I've done pretty easy mode with him so far. PvP, I did not really test Corvus in PvP, but the little testing I did, he could handle Quicksilver, no problem on manual play. All those characters, he could handle them easily with the summons and the third skill. That is just a god ability here. So much damage on that third skill, it is ridiculous. So this guy is much stronger, more iframe, more survivability, and a lot more damage output. And since the boost is so huge for all game modes, I had to put this guy at number 2, which leads us to our number 1, guys. Without doubt, without question, we have to put Winter Soldier uniform at number 1. It basically took this guy from being one of the worst character in the game to one of the top 5 character in the game. Might not be, a meta for all game modes, but he is now meta for Speed Alliance Battle Extreme. He is now a PvP meta. If played on manual, he can clear any floor in shallow lane. He can do anything in the game now with this uniform. I can see this guy at level 70, gear 25 to easily beat Luna Snow and Quicksilver with a CTP of energy in an Alliance Battle Extreme. 1.2, maybe even 1.5 million is my guess with people with the top cards. So this guy is just so fucking strong, and in PvP, basically he can one-shot anything in PvP, especially with his 100% ego dodge and cursing ability. So it's just make him amazing in every single game mode. So this guy has to take the number 1 spot. This guy couldn't even score 50,000 points before in Alliance Battle Extreme, and now he could score over 1 million. That's just ridiculous. This guy couldn't even damage anybody in PvP, and now he can one-shot Thanos, Quicksilver, Apocalypse, Jean Grey, whatever, Nova. You can one-shot them also. There's no way you cannot put that uniform at number 1. If you're wondering, I only have 1,000 crystal. I can only get 1 uniform from this update. It is Winter Soldier. There is not a single doubt, in my opinion, to what uniform you should be getting. So with that said, guys, it ends our top 10 our Infinity War uniform ranking. Once we get the next part of the uniform, we'll do another ranking for all of the incoming uniform, guys. So like I said, let's keep the conversation civil. Let me know what is you guys ranking for the Infinity War uniform, and let's talk about it, guys. And on that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.